Well, we have pictures coming in from Colombo. This is the Prime Minister's convoy there, which has arrived, and the Prime Minister will be laying wreath at the Independence Memorial. And the Prime Minister's visit to Independence Memorial Hall in Sri Lanka is a very, very significant one and a symbolic one, and particularly in the context of India-Sri Lanka relations. Independence Memorial Hall commemorates Sri Lanka's independence from British colonial rule in 1948, and the Prime Minister's visit signals respect for Sri Lanka's sovereignty and democratic journey, reinforcing India's support for its neighbors' independence and also the political stability. Also, viewers, the visit underlines India's commitment to deepening the bilateral relations between the two nations through historical and also cultural diplomacy. It sets the tone for talks on several key issues, and this is one of the historical linkages and cultural linkages that India and Sri Lanka share. It has centuries-old cultural, religious and linguistic ties, and visiting the national monument like the Independence Memorial Hall highlights India's sensitivity to Sri Lanka's national identity and heritage. These are the pictures of Prime Minister Narendra Modi arriving at the Independence Memorial there. He will be laying wreath and honor all those martyred soldiers who struggled and also fought for Sri Lanka's independence from the colonial rule. And this is also very important, especially at a time when India and Sri Lanka look to strengthen their bilateral relations. Now a ceremonial welcome that has been accorded to the Prime Minister, and after this the Prime Minister along with the other dignitaries from Colombo will be paying their tributes. The Prime Minister's visit to the Independence Memorial Hall in Sri Lanka is a significant gesture symbolizing respect for the island nation's sovereignty and also shared democratic values. The Memorial Hall, a landmark commemorating Sri Lanka's independence from the British colonial rule in 1948, viewers, represents the country's national pride and identity. And by beginning his day here, the Prime Minister is highlighting India's commitment to strengthening historical and cultural ties with Sri Lanka. And the visit also sets a tone of goodwill and solidarity, reinforcing India's role as a close and supportive regional partner, especially under the leadership of President Dissanayake. And the visit also is serving as a symbolic bridge between the two nations' struggles for freedom and self-governance. It reflects India's recognition of Sri Lanka's post-colonial journey and affirms mutual respect in a region marked by complex geopolitics. And strategically, viewers, this gesture helps bolster public diplomacy by connecting with the sentiments of the Sri Lankan people.